Hello and welcome to part one of a new introductory series I'm going to be making about how to write code in Java. So, start out with, I taught myself how to code, how to write code. And there's a lot of tutorials out there in courses, self-teaching courses that are really hard to understand, that make no sense, that give me all this information that isn't relevant to what I'm learning and doesn't tell me exactly what I need to know right now. So I thought, hey, I'm gonna teach people how I learn in a way that they can understand. And I decided to kind of add the webcam of myself because these guys just talking about this code, it's just with just seeing a blank screen, well, not a blank screen but just code, it's kind of boring. It gets kind of boring. All you can hear is their dry voice in the back that's just not entertaining at all. It puts you to sleep. So I thought I'd make this a little fun, a little entertaining. Anyways, start off with, why should I learn how to write code? What has code ever done for me? Well, see this? Or see this right here? A browser? Or anything else? Notepad? Whatever. That's written in code. All of this is written in code. Windows is written in code. Mac OS X is written in code, or whatever they're using now. I don't know. Linux, that's written in code. Linux is pretty fun. You should check it out. But, okay. Why should I learn how to write code in Java? I'll show you a couple of examples. I started out writing code in Java because it was either Java or C++, and C++ just sounded like, what the hell is that? And Java's like, okay, that kind of sounds cool compared to C++. So what I decided to do is, while I was teaching myself, I'm like, hey, it'd be kind of fun to make some games. So first I started out with command line games, stuff like that, and made coding fun to me. So this is kind of a demonstration of something that I've been working on way too much, spending way too much time on this. But so I just kind of wanted to make some games like the games I played when I was younger, like Pokemon or Zelda or whatever. You can do this. I mean, this is Java code. This is all just Java code. And I can take a controller here. I can walk around and do shit. Just like you would, with the, Zelda or Pokemon or whatever. I mean, this stuff's fun and you can do it. You can make this with your own code. Another demonstration of Java code at work. The most iconic Java game that has ever really been made would be Minecraft. This is all Java code. And this is written by real people, not robots. Enderbots. Real people wrote this. You can write stuff like this. It's possible. See, all this stuff here, all this generation, all these graphics, that pig right there, all these trees, clouds, everything. That's all Java logic. That's all code. You can write that. And Minecraft's become a pretty big deal. So, that aside, what can I do with Java for a job? Because, yeah, that looks fun, but not everyone's probably going to make Minecraft and start their own business like Mojang or whatever it's called. So, what can I do for a job? Well, me, at the moment, I am a automation developer. So I write code that tests clients' code, their software, and they can do that unattended. I write code that simulates a user going through a browser or software or something, and if the software is not doing something it's supposed to, if it's doing something weird, it'll flag that and tell the client, hey, dude, look at this. this isn't right. So that can run every night after, in their code development, when they're writing their software. They can catch this early. They can catch this bug early and just save them a lot of money. When you find defects, it makes the clients happy. So they're like, hey, you saved us a bunch of money, so here's a bunch of money, and give it to your company, and your company is like, hey, dude, you made us a bunch of money, so here's some money, And you're like, yeah, sweet. So, can you demonstrate that for me? Sure. We'll go ahead and look at this. It's just a Google test. All it's going to do is go to google.com and check the title and check and make sure it says Google. Pretty simple. Just pretty good demonstration of automation. This is using a tool called Selenium. Selenium's, you need a little bit more experience to work with Selenium, but you could get there. You can get there. So, running this, it tells us, hey, dude, it worked. It's fine. So your software did what it was supposed to do. Now let's say if they made a change that day and it messed something up, and we ran this, and instead of this being right, we say like make sure the title is Goofaskable or whatever, which it won't be, but this is kind of a reverse scenario, I guess. Okay, so if we run this, it'll, I go through the browser like it's supposed to do, and when it gets to this this check here, it's gonna check the title, and if it's not right, it's gonna say, hey, that's not right, dude, and it'll give us an explanation here. It says, hey, when we went to Google, we expected it to say Google, or we expected it to say Gooaskable, and it said Google. So I'm gonna tell you right away that that's a issue. So get on that. And when they find that early in development, it saves them a lot of headache and a lot of money, and because that defect doesn't ride throughout the rest of the software development process. So it saves them a lot of money. So automation is becoming a very big deal because you're just doing the same thing that a manual test could do, but you can run that without somebody watching. You can run that every night. You can run thousands of those tests every night to check their software and make sure, hey, this one small thing I did wrong did affect something. So it's a pretty big deal. Automation is becoming more and more pretty big deal in this field. But all right, so a demonstration of code. This right here, this is called Eclipse. Eclipse is an integrated development environment. Do you need to know what that is? Do you need to memorize what that means? No, you don't. No one will care if you just knew, hey, this is an IDE. This is where I write my code. This is where I make my projects. This is where I work with everything that I'm working with. I'll write my game. I'll write my stuff for my job, or just anything I want to do. I can make projects, and I can do it here. This is an IDE. That's all it is. It's like, you don't need to worry about all these acronyms some programmers and computer people, IT people, they like to confuse you with all these acronyms. Are you going to remember all these acronyms like email stuff like SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol? Yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, you know that. Gold star, but no one cares. You just have to know what it is. You don't have to memorize the acronym. And so that is one thing, especially for me when I was learning all this stuff to start with. They confuse you with all those acronyms, but don't worry about what the definition of it is, what the acronym stands for. Just say, hey, this is a program that I'm going to be using to write code. So usually the very first program that you ever write in any tutorial is called a Hello World program. And it's basically like, hey, we're going to write something as a test to make sure I have everything set up right, and it'll demonstrate, hey, this is what code does. It's called Hello World. Now, Hello World, it sounds weird. First time I saw that, I was like, what? Why are you saying hello world? Why don't you say something like hi or whatever? Well, that's probably the reason they did that was probably because that was written by really old COBOL or whatever assembly language developers, old dudes that were printing to a screen for the very first time and saying, hello world, I'm alive now. Well, we know you're alive, dude, so just tell us what's up. So, this is just a simple what's up, dude program. It's just gonna come to this main thing, this main method right here, and it's gonna say, hey, what's up, dude? And where we put all our code, all our Java code, is going to be in what are called classes. Our WhatsUpDude class. This is basically like if you're writing in a Word document, and you name it like WhatsUpDude.docx. Well, that compared to this, that's the same thing. Because like in your Word document, you're going to write your assignment or whatever, your book, that's going to be in here. Well, within these classes, that's where we're going to be writing all our code. So, bad example, but trying to relate. And then methods could be your paragraphs. I mean, you're grouping things together that mean something. They're related to each other. They do a specific task. You can group them into things, into these methods, and you can name these methods, something descriptive that you can return to and be like, oh yeah, that's what that does. So that's what methods are. Now this main method, this is a special method. This one, when you actually run this program, Java is going to look for a main method, and that's the first thing that it's going to run. If there's no main method in here, it's going to ignore the whole program. So, and there are exceptions like, automation and stuff. But that's different. Just in general terms. This is a method. This is what this does. So, it's going to look for this. So, we'll go ahead and run this guy and see what it does. We get what's up, dude. Okay, what the hell just happened? Well, we just printed out what's up, dude, which is exactly what we told it to do. We said, hey, computer, print this out to this little box here. Say, what's up, dude? And it did that. Our code did exactly what we told it to do. Does code always do that? Yes, it does. Does it always do what you want it to do? Not necessarily all the time. Most of the time, you have to do a lot of tinkering with it. But that's a demonstration of code, what you can do, what it looks like, the tools you can use. But I'm running out of time. I didn't buy this program, so I only have 15 minutes. But this is part one. I'm going to try and make a new series, so see you in part two.